Hello everybody. Angie here, coming on to do a video for you guys for the hashtag ABCs plus 3 challenge. This is an open challenge collaboration by myself and Anan G over at Making Joyful Journals. We are going through the entire alphabet and creating a tag each week and progressing with the letter for that matches that week. And the stipulation for this challenge is you have to use at least a minimum of 3 prompts beginning with that particular letter for the week. So we are on letter M, May 31st. Okay, so I'm going to create a tag and have to use at minimum at least 3 items that start with the letter M, and then anything else included is totally up to me. Simple, simple, simple challenge. A lot of fun. And yeah, let's get into this. Okay, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing good. I've got my prompts here. I don't know how I'm going to play it out, but I'll run through those with you. I've got this little digital piece here. It says cream to mint. I've got that. Then I don't think there was anything on there. That was just in there. Just a label. You can always use a label here and there, so I think I just grabbed a couple extra. Another word label there. It says my life is my message. So the M's, M and message there. Another one here that says mail. That one was just blank. And then I'm going to use this one. This is just a little thin kind of a chipboard piece element, and it represents man. I'm going to use this one for machine, typewriter machine. And then I got to pick a third one. Okay. And then I got this. I started looking at this and I thought that might look nice with him sitting behind it like that. I don't know, that's kind of a lot of dark on one tag, but let's see if we can make it work. Okay, so before we do that, we have to set our base. I've just got using book page for that, and I've taken 3 pages, book page, and I've just glued them together. Okay, so did it off camera, just save a little bit of time. So now we just have to make it into a tag shape. So I'll trim my corners off. And I thought, since there's so much dark on the elements that I've chosen, that we'd try to brighten it up a little bit and build a little bit of color on there. I don't know how it's going to look, but we're just going to give it a try, okay? Let me move that out of the way so I don't get in a mess. Grabbed a few colors, yellow for a little bit of brightness, my favorite Rusty Hinge, and then the tried and true Vintage Photo. Okay, so for that, let's do Vintage Photo first, and I'm just gonna put a little ink on my acrylic board here, and we're just gonna dab. Really is all we're gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of water on here, and we're just gonna try to, excuse my reach here, just need to grab a paintbrush. We don't need much because we're just doing the tag, and if I do all 3 colors, it should be plenty. Get a paper towel here. Try to have everything I need, and I'm just gonna really keep it just as simple as that. Excuse me. Do some splotting there. And I made a good mess already. I've got my heat gun here, and we'll dry each layer. So I'm going to be turning my heat gun on and off for a few seconds, so please be prepared for that. Here we go. Okay, that's one. Then let's do, I don't want to do too many colors because then it's going to just look muddy. You know what I mean? So let's go from dark to light. Let's do a little Rusty Hinge. I love that. It's my favorite color. That's a lot. Don't even need all that. And we'll just try and pick up a little bit of color where we didn't pick it up from the last one. Just kind of let it run. Just let it do its own thing. Here we go. See, in the vintage photo is kind of overpowering that color a little bit, but that's okay. We can let's see how that looks when we dry it. I won't wipe that off yet, just in case I want to use a little bit more. Okay, heat gun's going on. Okay, let's see. I can use a little more. I just want to kind of let it do its own thing, but it's not wanting to run too much. Trying to help it out a little bit. Okay. Okay, I'm going to hit it with the heat again. Okay, it's pretty dry. I need to bring in a little bit of glue. Edges are kind of raising on me. The heat is pulling that up. Let's just get that back down. Here. Yep, all the way around looks like. I just use glue sticks, so I'm not surprised that this came up. Okay, now I want to try a little, it's already kind of given it a little bit of a yellow tint, but I'm going to use some mustard seed. Try and pick a little of that up here too. That looks nice, doesn't it? I like that yellow. Okay. Okay, hit that with some heat. Be right back. Okay. That looks kind of yummy. Now I think I want to bring a little bit of the vintage photo to the edges. Okay. Then I thought I'd throw in just a little bit of gesso, if I can get it open. And I'm just going to do one of my M's, just going to do some straight marks. Just a little something here and there. Put a little on my acrylic block here. That's more than enough. And I'm just going to use the edge of the card. No rhyme or reason, just putting it down. Okay, looks like enough. Put it into. Wipe that up before it dries. Okay, now I'm going to hit that with the heat real quick. Looks yummy, doesn't it? It's a little hot, but looks good. Okay, now let's see what we can do with my other elements. So we've got one M so far, marks, okay? That's one of my M's. Then I want to use the machine for sure. It's kind of wonky on me a little bit with all the, okay. So, oh, and I thought maybe I would bring a stamp in. Let me look at my stamps here. Let me grab one. And we'll stamp the paper portion. It'll look like he's been typing. Just a small stamp. Let me see. This one will do. Well, it's not a small stamp, but I'll let's see. Try to use this corner piece here. And I guess we'll do it in vintage photo. I'm just going to stamp this little corner piece right here. And grab a piece of scrap paper. Hope for the best there. Not too bad. There we go. And throw a little bit of ink around the edges. All right, now back to my tag. Maybe he's the author and he's writing a novel. I don't know. I liked this. Let me see how this looks. I do kind of like that. So this would be my second and my third prompt for M, man and machine, typewriter machine. Maybe we tilt that just a little bit. That's not too bad, huh? I think I like that. We'll go with that. Okay, so that's my second prompt, a man. Got marks and man so far. That down flat. And do I want that straight or do I want to? I think I'm going to slant it just a bit. Okay, so that's my third prompt. So technically the challenge is completed. because I've got 3 M prompts on there. But let's see. I feel like it's going to need something else. Could put kind of like that word male. I like that too because it's got black, kind of ties in with everything else. That fits on there. Let's see how that looks. Let me just put a little ink on this. Fits perfectly, actually. Excuse me. Ew, excuse me. Tried to hold it. My life is my message. Yeah. Let's go with that. So that's a 4th prompt, the text on this with the M's, the M words. Okay, I'm just wondering if I want to add that. Got gesso all over my fingers now because that hasn't completely dried. No, I don't think it needs it. But I think I'm going to use a portion of this label here. I'm going to stick a piece of it right there. And we'll do the other piece on this side. So it just feels like it's off centered there. Let's see how this looks. Try and use a little bit less so it's smaller. Don't want it to be the exact same size. And I don't think we have room for that. Okay, what do you think with that? Is that enough, or do we need something else on there? I'm just looking here and thinking. No, I don't think that goes. I was just thinking about a tab pull or something. We don't really need it, but I'm just seeing if I have something here. And I don't. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. What do you think, guys? I think I'll call that one done. So, my prompts are this label here for my message, that's considered as 1. Machine, 2. Man, 3. And then in the background I've got some marks, so technically 4 prompts for this tag. Okay, and then all I have to do, let me see if I have a piece of blank book page here for the back. Let me thumb through my stack here. See if I can find a blank page. And it doesn't look like I have one. Might be going too fast. Let me just thumb through it one more time. Yeah, I don't think there's one in this stack. I might have pulled them all out already. Okay, so let's see what else I've got here. I've got another little stack. Let me see if I've got one in here. Oh, that's not quite big enough. Okay, so I'm gonna have to resort to some coffee dyed paper. I've got a piece here. And we'll put that on the back so we have a journaling spot. Unclogging that a little bit. Okay. Give that a press. The more I look at it, the more I'm liking it. So, kind of a grunge, Tim Holtz feel, kind of so to speak. Okay. Ink up the back side. Yeah, I think I like it. Okay, guys, I'm going to call that one done. What do you think? Week for letters for M. Man, machine, marks, and my message. Okay, so that is my tag for the week, guys. I hope you guys like what you see. I did do one off camera. This is bothering me right here, that little piece sticking out. There we go. As I usually do, and it is completely different, which I tried to make a different one. And here's my one off camera. What do you think of that one? My prompts for this one was mason jar, mushrooms, marks, and this little label that says melodious. Isn't that a fun word? Melodious. I was pulling out my labels and I was like, oh my goodness, that's a word that doesn't come across my tongue very often. But on this one, all I did, again, I used paper, book page for a background, and I layered 2 or 3 pages on pieces, I'm not sure which. I did do some stitching around it. I did some stenciling, the same color as the mushrooms. And on the mason jar, I layered that with a piece of faint, like light paper, layered my mushrooms. Then I did some marks on the jar as well, brought in a piece of lace trim. There was a little white heart here, but you couldn't see it very well, so I fussy cut out 2 more hearts, used the same color ink, layered those, brought in a little tab pull element, and stitched around it and left the strings hanging. I thought that added a little something to it, and a little piece of trim on the bottom. And then I layered that mason jar with a piece of foam tape. So yeah, and then there's the back for journaling. And I think they're both the same size, almost. About 3.5 by 6. That's usually the size I go to. This one's 3 3/4, and this one's 3.5. Okay, so those are my makes for the week, guys. Machine, man, message, and marks. Mushroom, marks, mason jar, and melodious, the word. Okay, well, that's what I've got for you guys this week. I hope you guys like what you see. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I truly, truly appreciate your time. I would love it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button, leave me a comment and a like, and please, if nothing else, hop over to Anan G's channel and check her out and see what she's making for the week using the prompts with the letter M for some added inspiration. Okay? But as always, guys, take care and God bless. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.